Ang laman ng briefcase number 14 ay...
What's up at welcome sa Pocho Clock. Sa channel nito may kong sumuri ng mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad at magbigay sa inyo ng mas abot kayang alternatibo. Sa video na to dahil masayang-masaya ko na magbabalik si Luis Manzano bilang host sa Kapamilya Deal or No Deal. Minabuti ko na sumuri ng 6 sa mga relo na kanyang isinusuot. Bago po tayo magsimula, napansin ko 81% ng mga nanonood ng mga videos ko hindi pa subscribe, kaya please subscribe to the channel. Hindi na ako magpapaligoy-ligoy pa. Tara na! Dito sa unang relo ni Luis Manzano, kailangan nating tingnan the sky blue strap, the aggressive to no shape of the case, tapos yung skeletonized dial niya. At dahil sa mga katangin na yan, tingin ko this is a Richard Mille RM35-03 Rafa Nadal. So the case of the RM53 is made from carbon and quartz, if I'm not mistaken. And as I've said in the past, Richard Mille really experiments with these unique materials. And that makes them think that they have the right to charge an exorbitant amount and that people will pay for it. And well, celebrities do pay for it. So ang relo na ito is quite huge, has a 50mm lug-to-lug measurement, and it's difficult to match with outfits. This one is purely a sports watch in my opinion. Mahirap dalhin to sa mga formal occasions. So ang relo na ito, on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 20.5 million pesos. And because of that price na parang prohibitive siya for a lot of people, a lot of Filipinos, pumili ako ng alternative. And as I normally do, I selected the Tsar Bomba Elemental Ceramic as an alternative to this watch. Kaya ko to napili because of the skeletonized dial. And when you look at the concessions, primarily the materials. This one uses ceramic for its case, which is also unique in its own way, but it's not on the same level as the Richard Mille, obviously. And the RM35-03 has way more functionalities compared to this watch. But if you look at this watch, how much it sells for, 33,200 pesos sa website ng Tsar Bomba, and plus shipping, taxes, and duties pa kasi you would have to import it from wherever these watches come from. So kahit may kamahalan, napakalayo naman yan dun sa 20.5 million pesos. So I think this alternative still makes a lot of sense if you're going after that look. Dito sa relo na to, ang kailangan nating tingnan, the case shape, which is the oyster style or the oyster shape case. And then let's look at the bracelet as well, na oyster style yan. And then if you look at the size, medyo malaki-laki siya sa wrist ni Luis Manzano. The main dial, if you look at it, seems to have a background na turquoise blue. And there seem to be balloons on the dial. At dahil sa mga katangin na yan, tingin ko this is a Rolex Oyster Perpetual, reference 124300. The celebration dial, yung may mga balloon. So this watch has already been discontinued, but when it came out earlier in this decade, it actually was a bit divisive, lalo na a lot of people felt that Rolex put some creativity to this watch, but it felt really contrived. Still, it sells for a lot of money. On the secondary market, I see this watch sell for up to 1.4 million pesos. So, I thought of an alternative at ang napili ko ay ang Citizen Soyosa. So, kaya ko to napili because of the dial color and the overall look of this watch. Mukha siyang simple. When it comes to the concession, the most important thing here, visually, walang balloons sa dial nito. But I think that actually makes this watch more classy than the Rolex. So, ang relo na ito, aside from that, the key concessions would be the finishing and the movement. But this one, coming from a reputable brand in Citizen, I see it sell on Lazada domestically for 22,000 pesos. So, plus shipping pa yan. But I think this is a great watch and it's a great starter watch. You can even see the mechanical movement at the back. So, kung nagsisimula pa lang kayo sa mga relo, you really like the style that Luis Manzano has here, but you want to go a bit simpler, you're on a tighter budget, I think the Citizen Soyosa is a great alternative for you. Dito ang kailangan nating tingnan sa relo ni Luis Manzano, yung bezel niya, the ice blue dial na merong sub-dials, and then the case shape and the bracelet style. At dahil sa mga katangin na yan, tingin ko this is a Rolex Daytona reference 126506. So I've talked about the Daytona a lot, so hindi na ako go into too much detail about this watch. What's important to note about this watch is that it has the platinum case and platinum bracelet. So ang relo na ito, SRP is just above 4.5 million pesos, but on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 7 million pesos. So when it comes to the alternative, dahil sobrang mahal niya, I thought of an Orient, their Mako Solar Chronograph. So ang relo na ito kaya ako napili because of the black bezel, the ice blue dial, the chronograph functionality, the bracelet style, and I think this watch just looks reasonably close to the Platinum Daytona. When it comes to the concession, this one has a solar movement compared to the automatic mechanical movement of the Daytona. Bukod dyan, the materials will not be on the same level. Ang ginagamit dito ay stainless steel compared to platinum on the Daytona. And then last, I think visually, yung bezel nito uses the elapsed time bezel rather than the tachymeter that you will see in the Daytona. But this one, price-wise kasi, retails for a lot less than how much you can buy the Platinum Daytona for. This one sells at retail at an amount of 22,800 pesos and is frequently on discount. Sa Tokyo, naka-discount yan ngayon sa website nila. So, this watch is also coming from a reputable brand, and if you're just going after that look, especially yung ice blue dial that is present in a lot of platinum Rolexes, the Orient Mako Chronograph is a great choice for you. Dito sa relo na ito, ang pinaka-importanting tingnan, yung kulay ng case and bracelet niya, na rose gold yan. And then pag tiningnan nyo yung shape ng case, hugis television, pag tiningnan nyo yung dial niya, it's quite dark, and if you look at the connection of the bracelet to the case, it's in the integrated style. At dahil sa mga katangian, I think ko din sa Patek Philippe Nautilus 5711R. So ang relo na ito, I featured it a lot on this channel. It's basically the rose gold variant of the Nautilus. So ang relo na ito on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 10.5 million pesos. So, you'd have to think of alternatives kung idol nyo si Luis Manzano. And ang alternative na napili ko ay ang D1 Milano Re-Rose Gold Ultra Thin. Ngayon, ang relo na ito, kaya ako napili because of the case shape, the overall look, the integrated bracelet style. And when it comes to the concession, number one, yung materials. This one is rose gold tone because of stainless steel that is coated rather than the solid rose gold that is on the Patek Philippe. Bukod dyan, the finishing and the movement here is quartz compared to the mechanical movement that you will find in the Nautilus. But this one sells for 24,000 pesos sa website ng D1 Milano plus shipping, taxes, and duties pa were relevant. So D1 Milano is not a brand that wristwatch enthusiasts are a fan of, but if you're just going for that look and you're aware of what you're buying, I think the D1 Milano is a reasonably good alternative. Dito naman sa relo na ito, ang kailangan nating tingnan, pinaka-important and pinaka-striking, yung rubber strap niya na kulay orange. And then tingnan natin yung case shape niya, hugis television. And then let's look at the sub-dial at the 6 o'clock position. At dahil sa mga katangin na to, tingnan din sa Patek Philippe Aquanaut 5968A. So I've talked about the Aquanaut a lot on this channel. Pero I think this is the first time that I am presenting this watch na merong ganitong complication, which is chronograph pero isa lang yung sub-dial niya, unlike the Rolex Daytona na tatlo pa yung sub-dial. So it's a very streamlined look that we see in this complication that is still a chronograph. So ang relo na ito at retail sells for 3,405,000, but due to the scarcity of this watch, dahil sobrang sikat niya, you will not find that in stores. So, ang relo na ito on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 7.5 million pesos. Ngayon, when it comes to the alternative, I normally present this watch as an alternative, but even more importantly, dito sa relo na ito, the Mido Multi-4 TV Big Date, the one with the dark gray dial and the orange rubber strap. At makita nyo naman, initially, yan talaga ang dahilan kung ba't ko pinili ang relo na ito because as an alternative, it's because of that orange rubber strap. and the dial color as well, and the case shape. Yun nga lang, when it comes to the concessions, obviously there is no complication on this watch aside from the big date. Although that makes it quite unique, yung date position niya and the size of the date presentation. And then aside from that, the finishing will not be on the same level. And size-wise, this one is 40 millimeters across. That's a full 2 millimeters smaller than the Patek Philippe Aquanaut 5968A. But price-wise kasi this one sells at retail for 1,070 Swiss francs. Pag kinonvert nyo sa pesos, yan ay nasa mga 80,000 plus shipping, taxes, and duties pa. But you're getting a lot of that look for a fraction of the price, and that's why I'm really a fan of this Mido. Itong relo ni Lucky Manzano, no? Pag tiningnan natin yan, nagsa-stand out agad yung case shape niya, which is barrel or tonneau shaped. The strap, which is color blue, and the general theme of the watch, no, na parang red, white, and blue. At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko, this is a Richard Mille RM67-02 Alexis Pantorol. Forgive me, no, for mispronouncing that, if ever. Pero yung person po na yan, si Alexis Pantorol, is a French skier, no, and he's won quite a number of championships already. At ang RM67-02 kasi, it came out with collaborations with 4 athletes that I think, no, yung color nung watch or the colorway of the watch would vary depending on the nationality of the person they collaborated with. And in this specific case, si Alexis po is French, kaya red, white, and blue yung mga colors na ginamit nila. And looking at this on the secondary market, umaabot po yan ng hanggang $400,000 in peso terms, nasa 23.4, 23.5 million pesos po yan. Pero well-deserved naman po ni Lucky Manzano dahil napakalaki po ng itunutulong niya sa mga tao sa Batangas, no. Pero this kind of watch normally is out of reach, unrealistic in terms of targeting the watch for most people. So natural lang na umisip tayo ng alternative, at ang alternative na naisip ko itong Tsar Bomba Elemental Series Automatic. I've proposed Tsar Bomba as an alternative in a prior video before, and the reason for that is really just due to the unaffordability or sa kamahalan talaga ng Richard Mille na line of watches, no. So natural lang po na humanap tayo ng mas practical na alternative, and in this specific case napili ko po ito dahil sa case shape niya, the blue strap, the skeletonized movement, ibig sabihin kita po yung kalamnan nung relo. Pero syempre wala po masyadong red or white sa relo na ito. But I think the blue is the dominant color, no, sa relo ni Lucky Manzano dun pa lang sa strap. So napili ko ito. In terms of concessions, definitely the finishing will not be there. Also mas creative ang Richard Mille pagdating sa mga materials. Kakaiba talaga sila. But this one I think is in stainless steel primarily. And yung movement nito is a mass manufactured movement that's off the shelf, while Richard Mille tends to do their own movements, no. But SRP wise kasi malayong malayo naman, 27,000 pesos ito, at kumpara sa 23 million mahigit na relo ni Lucky Manzano, this is a great alternative that is quite practical. And the link is in the description po, no. Kung gusto nyo po or interesado kayo sa relo na ito, please use the link in the description para po mabili nyo ang Tsar Bomba Elemental Series Automatic. Ayun! Nakita na tayo ng 6 sa mga relo na isinusuot ni Luis Manzano. And obviously, he has more in his collection. Pero yung 6 na relo na yan, kung tama ang aking guess kung ano sila, kapag binili nyo po yan sa secondary market, maaari kayong abutin ng humigit kumulang 70 million pesos. Yan po ay si Tenta na grand prize sa TV game show na Rainbow Rumble. At sa lahat po ng relo na tiningnan natin sa video na ito, ang pinakapaborito ko dyan, yung Rolex Oyster Perpetual with the Celebration Dial. Yan po ay dahil ito ang, for me, pinaka-understated sa mga relo na tiningnan natin sa video na ito. At doon naman po tayo sa alternatives. Ang pinakapaborito ko dyan, yung Mido. I really love how close this looks to the Aquanaut while still bringing its own style to the table. And it's coming from a really reputable brand. Pero opinion ko lang po yan. Kung iba po ang inyong opinion, kung tingin nyo meron pang ibang relo na mas angkop bilang alternative, let me know in the comment section down below. Kung nagustuhan nyo ang video na ito, please do hit the like button. At kung trip nyo yung ganitong klaseng content, watch reviews, pagsuri sa mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat sa oras ng panonood. Laters, yo!